everybody, it's Beasneeze. It's been a little bit since I made a video. It's my first video back from my Grand Japan trip, so it was a lot of fun. And I've literally been here for 3 days. So I'm still getting adjusted. My sleep schedule is garbage, absolutely garbage. But I'm adjusting. I got work tomorrow, so crossing my fingers. But I really wanted to show what CDs I got. Because I bought a lot, and honestly I didn't break the bank completely like I did on my first trip. Most of these are used from Disc Union, so I didn't break the bank completely. I don't think I really bought a CD that was more expensive than like $15, other than, I want to say, like, I'll point them out. There were a few that I stretched the budget on a little bit, but you know, and I'm very satisfied because the CDs that I really wanted to get going into it, the main ones were Orange from Fishmans, 98 12 28, the live album from the Fishmans, and then all three of the newer Bet cover albums, the Ridge Racer soundtrack, and then The by Trico. So I got all but one of those that I just listed, so it was a very successful run, and I'll show you guys what I got now. So the first ones I'll start off with. This one I did break the budget on, but I'm okay with it because it was one of the ones I wanted the most that I just listed. It's the Ridge Racer soundtrack. It's one of the re-releases, and it comes with some remixes. I'm not really sure. I haven't listened to the remixes because I don't really, like, I want to listen to Move Me, you know? Like, the Ridge Racer soundtrack just in general is fantastic. And Peggy put me on with Bald, and I was like, dang, this feature's really good. What is it from? And then I found out it was Ridge Racer, and I got obsessed with Ridge Racer recently, I'd say within the last like year or two. Just the soundtrack, and then I finally played the game. I'm like, oh my god. So it's such a good soundtrack. It's definitely my favorite racing game soundtrack. And that says a lot because I really like some of the Mario Kart soundtracks, but there's just a certain like thing with this era of racing games, or just games in general, really. Like the drum and bass, oh my god, it's ridiculous. Like, front to back, this album is fantastic. So, you know, shout out Namco. Man. So this was definitely one of the ones I wanted. So props. And then this one I found at a Disc Union in Osaka. I didn't find anything else there. I was a little bummed, but I had to get Parappa the Rapper. This I also broke the budget on. I swear, I was under for most of these, I'd say, but I had to get this one. I mean, it's Parappa the Rapper. Look how cool it is. Still had the Obi strip. Like, come on. And then this one I also broke the budget on. This is one of my this is one of the newer ones, or the new ones that I bought. But like, you can't blame me. It's every single KK Slider song. Every single one. Come on, how could I not? So I'm very happy with those game soundtracks. I didn't buy as many as last time because I already had the Persona one. So the next ones I want to show off are the Bet cover albums that I got. I got these. I actually went to see them, and I don't want to give too much away because I would want to make a whole video about my trip. But I did see them, and I got all three of the newer CDs because they had them. And my Japanese wasn't great, so I literally pointed at the menu, and literally was like, Hitotsu, and they got it. So I hope I didn't sound like a total tool, but I love Bet covers so much. But what are these CDs? Like, look at the Jikan cover. This is it. It's like newspaper, and then the CD was inside. And this is a poster. It looked like. I didn't want to unwrap it too much, but needless to say, I'm probably going to print my own artwork and leave it in like a jewel case, and then just leave this somewhere safer, because what the hell. Like, And then the worst offender of them all is Tamago, because look, it's a sleeve, and the sleeve's nice, I guess, and then it has a booklet with it, and then the CD is just loose in the case, and it already got scratched. And I was super careful with these two. They were wrapped up in bubble wrap until I got home. And this one I was scared about because I saw through the bubble wrap that it was just loose in there. So I opened it up and I was like, oh my god, it's already scratched. How did that even happen? Probably because it was rubbing against the booklet. So at least the other two had cheap, like a cheap sleeve with it, but no. And then that cover was the only one that actually had like a box with it, and these were all like over 3,000 yen. So these were by far the most expensive CDs I bought on the trip, and arguably they are the worst quality. But I mean, they're cool. They are cool. It's just like, come on, man. Come on, you can do better. But I'm glad I got them, and I love that cover. So, but like really, so there's that. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. Alright, so the next batch of albums are all rap albums, and they are all used, so I didn't lie. The first one is Mos Def and Talib Kweli, Black Star. This is a classic album. If you haven't listened to it, it's so good. One of my favorite albums from the 90s. And yeah, it's the second to last Mos Def album that I want on CDs. I have Black on both sides, now I have this. The only other one I need isn't on streaming services, so of course it's going to be really expensive, but I got lucky with some of these CDs because I looked online and they were going for way more than I found them, so hopefully they work. But the second one, the next two, I got for one song. I need to listen to more of this one, but I got it for Lucini, also, aka This Is It. It's a great song, and I found it on Spotify. Through their recommended. Very good. Also, this one, I wish I got like any other Clips album, but I got this for I'm Good, one of my favorite Pharrell beats. And then Diggable Planets. This is just a super chill album, and I was really happy to find it because I didn't think it was super big, and now that I'm looking at it, it is the Japanese release, which is super cool. So big fan of this, so highly recommend. Yeah, made in Japan. That's so sick. And then I got a classic that I don't know how I haven't gotten yet, but I had to grab this. It's an essential. J Dilla Donuts. It is the best hip-hop instrumental album of all time, in my honest opinion. And then another one that has a ton of great beats on it is oh damn it. Another one that has a ton of great beats on it is King Ghidorah, Take Me to Your Lira. It's another Doom classic. What can I say? The next one is Organized Confusion, Stress, The Extinction Agenda. I got into this album really hard earlier this year. And I saw I saw other Organized Confusion albums, and then I came back the next day because I bought most of these albums in one day at the same store, and I kept finding one. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And this is like, I saw other Organized Confusion albums, but I couldn't find this one. And then I looked again the other day, and they had it. So shout out to this album. It's really good. My biggest memory with it, I actually can't say that. Cut that out. And then Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Reminisce Over You is on this. Right? Yeah. Reminisce Over You is on this. The way I originally found this is through Madden 12. They Reminisce Over You was on it, and it's still one of my favorite tracks to this day. On this album especially, but just in general. But this album is fantastic. And it wasn't the only Pete Rock album I got, because I also got this one, which when I initially found it, I wasn't sure if it was actually real or not, but it is. I confirmed. But Center of Attention is fantastic. And there's another album on here that I am not as familiar with, but like Step Up is one of my favorite beats of all time. Center of Attention, Grown Man Sport, or yeah, that's the name of the album, but Grown Man Sport, there's so many tracks on here that are just so good. I honestly, the more I talk about it, the more I want to put it on after I'm done with this, shooting this video. Next two, I'm pretty sure I have these, but I checked my Google Sheet that I keep with all my CDs, and I didn't have any of these on it, but I could have sworn I do, so I actually have to check when I put these on the shelf. But both Far Side albums that I really, really like. Lab Cabin California, which is probably my favorite. Like, I like this album a lot, but I don't know, something about this one that I just kind of mess with more. It has Runnin', which is a classic, but it's hard to compare the two. Like, they're both so good. So I can't say I like one more than the other. They're both just really, really good albums. This one's definitely more horrorcore. Anyone who listens to it will know. Definitely not a grandma album I would listen to. And then moving on, we got. Ooh, no, do not do that. Let me see. Are any of these new? One of these are new. One of these are new. One of these? Two of these are new. Yeah, two of these are all my mostly rock. A couple. We got a good variety. So starting off with this one. This is one of the first CDs I bought or found in Japan. On this trip, and it is Aphex Twin. I think their first album. He's sick. The fact that this was recorded from 1985 to 1992 is nuts. This has aged really well in my opinion. And Xtal, I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce it. It's so good. This is just very good, like, study music, I feel. So big fan of Aphex Twin. I'm sure there's people out there who are like, oh, study music. I listened to this album, like, I don't know. Oh, imagine working out the Aphex Twin. That would go kind of hard. And then the second album has moved so far up my rankings of albums, like, ever. It is just like Curtis by Curtis Mayfield. This entire album is just so good. Move On Up is one of my favorite songs of all time. The breakdown and the gradual build back up to the, like, Kanye, like, you can say all you want about him, but his beat selection is ridiculous. He actually, there was two Kanye songs. One's a lesser known, but I think it was a Pete Rock, The Makings of You, and he rapped on it with Jay-Z, and that's also a really good song. But I initially found this from Move On Up that I knew from the Kanye song, but it now is another song that I like more than the Kanye song. So that and Kid Charlemagne by Steely Dan is another song that that I found through Kanye, but I ended up liking more than the actual Kanye song. So it's just so good. And then this other one, this is the Fishman section. I finally found Orange. Did not find 98, 12, 28, but I found Orange, and this was all at one store. It was ridiculous. This is one of my favorites. Like, Orange, Uchu Nippon Setagaya, and Kyuchu Kampu. They're so good. Melody, Melody, and then I actually can't read these because they're in kanji, but they're good. They're really good. It's one of their best. A little underappreciated, I think, in their general discography. And then one of my favorite Fishman songs. I could have gotten the single collection, but I ended up just getting 2 of these songs. Go Go Around This World is just so good. It's just like a banger. But yeah, this is a certified Fishman's banger. One of my favorite songs by them for sure. Probably my favorite Fishman song. I prefer, personally, the live version off 98-12-28, but this is probably my favorite Fishman song in general. Yurameki in the Air. It is actually a mini disc, which I did not know when I bought it. And this will be my first mini disc. Look at it. It's like a GameCube disc. Wow, it's so cute. But I'm so geeked I found this too. I was to find all these in one place, and their 1991 EP Corduroy's Mood. Some really cool tracks off this. This is like early Fishman's, but I think personally it's better than their first 3 albums. Hot take. It's just cool. The vibes are off the chart, man. And then next one, classic Funkadelic, Maggot Brain. My friend Caden actually put me onto this one, and Can You Get to That is just so good. Maggot Brain, the original track, it's insane. The story behind it is ridiculous. George Clinton is a genius. And then this is one of the new ones that I got from Tower Records. Tower Records, don't let me ever go to Tower Records again, because I will buy so much, especially in Shibuya. It is so big. But Porter Robinson, this is by far my favorite Porter Robinson album. Not even close. Smile is really good, but this one is just different, man. Like, Look at the Sky, Musician, Mother, Something Comforting. It's all. There's a bonus track. I forgot that the Japanese one had the bonus track. That's so hype. This one, I don't know why I bought, because I already have it. Radiohead Amnesiac. Whatever. I also bought Pavement, but it had the Japanese Obi strip, so this one also had the Japanese Obi strip, so it's not like a total wash. But whatever. And then this one, also one of the first albums I bought, Stereolab, Cobra and Phases Group Play, Voltage in the Milky Night. Shout out Stereolab for having the longest album titles. This one's really cool. This one is one that I find that I listen to less actively, and it's like a good driving, so I guess it's kind of active, but this is a good driving CD, a good driving record. It's just very chill, very vibey. This other one I feel kind of the same way about. This is not one of their like, oh, it's a Japanese pressing hype. This is not one of their like main albums. This is a single collection, I believe, and there's some really good bangers on here. The French Disco is really good. Alright, my phone camera is deciding not to work anymore, so I was talking about this one. Really cool. There's some bangers on here. Harmonium, French Disco is really solid. There's a song called Low Boob Oscillator that I think is kind of funny. And then Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues. I already have this too that I did not know. I swear to God I did not have this before, but I guess I already do. But it's good to have another one, because this is one of my favorite Talking Heads albums, one of my favorite albums. Making Flippy Floppy, Burning Down the House. This Must Be the Place is my favorite Talking Heads song, and one of my favorite songs ever. This other one I got scratched, but I think I can get it out. It is Thundercat Drunk. Really good album, really cool. Thundercat's a genius. This one I was surprised to find, and it was only like $1. Kabuki EP is one of my favorite Trico releases. Every song on here is a banger. It has an acapella track to open up with that's really cool, but the next like 4 songs are all bangers, like straight bangers. And then these next 2 are probably, with the Jodeki, are my 3 favorite Trico albums, which I was super happy to find. I found and the that I mentioned earlier. These are their first two albums, and they are probably their peak. IMHO. I just think they're really cool. They're really fun. And you guys should check them out. I think they're really cool. So, that's it. That was a lot. And, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've made it this far, thank you. I am going to look at different ways to make my videos. I haven't been super proud with a lot of my videos this year. So my videos might become more infrequent, but I want to take it a little more seriously. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like, honestly, but I will, obviously, you guys will see. So, I'm excited to see what I end up trying to do, because I have a lot of cool people in my life who can help, and I can help them. And, I hope, I make some cool stuff in the future. So keep on the lookout. And, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Bye. I'll make a Japan video soon, a pretty big one about my trip, but until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. That will probably be the next one, but alright, anyway, bye.